Hello there and happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday evening at 8:30 and that means it's time for Wayback Wednesday. I'm your host as always, Mark W, and I've been doing this series of streams on Wednesdays called Wayback Wednesday, and it's kind of just a replacement for my previous Monday night streams that I used to call Monday Mame. And the theme is that I simply play old school video games from all kinds of different consoles and computers and whatnot. And in the month of August, we played 4 different weeks of Commodore 64 games in honor of the Commodore 64's 40th birthday, which was in August of 1982. And kind of going along similar lines, I thought I would shift on over, now that August is over, to Atari 8-bit computer games. There's no special event that I'm aware of, like a birthday, but that is what I'm going to play for you tonight, not the whole month of September. I've done this a few times before. Atari 8-bit, it's come up twice before, I believe twice before on my streams. And I'm really fond of the computers. But by the way, for anyone who doesn't know what I mean by them, let me show you this whole series of computers. There were several of them in the 80s, maybe even a couple in the 90s. Also, actually, a couple in the late 70s even. They're collectively called Atari 8-bit. This is the Atari 400 here, which is from, I believe, 1979. Um, it has this kind of membrane keyboard where it was basically not physical keys you could press, but a flat membrane. And that is horrible to type on. I would not recommend it, but I have actually played with typing on that before. In my household, we were all Atari. For a long time, my dad got Atari computers for the household. Eventually, we got the Commodore, which is why I was streaming that Commodore stuff last week. But we were mainly Atari. And first, my dad got this one since before I can remember. And I got some gray in my beard, so that was a long time ago. Um, but I actually have one of my earliest memories in life, period, is actually taking a look at this machine. This is the Atari 800 that we also had in my household. And I am told, I should ask my dad the story, but I'm told that this is a memory from a long time ago, and I haven't brought it up again, or it hasn't come up again, that my dad won this in some kind of a contest or a raffle. So he had already purchased the Atari 400, and then this fell into his lap. This thing is a beast. It is beautiful, and I hope I can get one because my dad has been kind of handing off old video game machines and games themselves as well as computers to me. He knows I'll make use of them. So this is probably in my future at some point. But this is not the only one we had. We also had an Atari 800 XL in my household. This is another variation. One thing about the Atari 800 you can see, I'll go back to that one real quick. You can see at the bottom it has 4 joystick ports. And if you look inside of it, did I prepare to show the inside of this? I don't think I did. I saved an image of it, but I didn't set it up in my streamer. If you open it up, there's expansion slots. You can put in more RAM and stuff like that. And it's just really cool. It actually has this weird thing inside. Let me dig this up real quick. Bear with me a moment. Here you go. I found the image. It also has 2 cartridge slots, and you can see one of them is labeled left cartridge and the other right cartridge. And as far as I know, every single cartridge for Atari 8-bit was a left cartridge only. I don't know what the heck they were thinking with the left and right. Maybe some programs, like perhaps a game could have an expansion to it, and you would put in both at the same time. And then just above that, you can see the RAM chips, I believe is what they are. So you could expand it a lot. But what Atari decided to do after that is come out with the XL, which was like, let's make it less crazy with all these fancy slots and everything. But it has a built-in extra RAM, so I think it's basically like a maxed out 800 out of the box. But one thing that I don't like about it is you see on the right, there are only 2 joystick ports. So yeah, again, kind of the general theme seemed to be they did away with superfluous stuff from the 800, like the second cartridge slot, which again was for God knows what. But unfortunately, they also did away with 2 joystick ports. And to be fair, there were very few games that used all 4. But there are some great games that used all 4, like Asteroids, Mule's a famous game, Dandy, which was the precursor to the Gauntlet games. Anyway, those are the ones I knew and loved in my household. But there were more Atari computers as well. There was even one that they tried to compete with Nintendo. Maybe you remember that commercial. I think it was the Atari ST, and they were like bragging about how it was so much more advanced than Nintendo. And they were like they like had this voiceover guy snarkily saying things like Nintendo comes with a toy robot, but Atari comes with blah blah. And obviously they lost that battle with Nintendo. But I don't know. Enough of the intro, I guess. And by the way, Ryan says hi in the chat. If anybody else wants to chat with me, I'm going to keep an eye on the chat when I'm not babbling. And Ryan also says, I think your dad would have been streaming if people streamed back then. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. But yeah, so I have a whole bunch of games lined up for today, and I have some goodies that I can show off um, intermittently. But since I've already talked a lot, why don't I get into the games, and maybe between games I'll show some of the goodies I have. I have like old tapes and manuals and things like that for Atari 8-bit computers. So yeah, let's get into a game for now. I'm all ears for requests. I might not follow every request. Sometimes people pick things that are like popular games that I played on. Everybody's played on 20 platforms. Like play Donkey Kong. Like, well, I'm less inclined to play that. I'm more inclined to play kind of more special games that are not necessarily exclusive to Atari, but I don't know, something that has a strong tie to the system. Something special about it. I could play Donkey Kong though. The version of Donkey Kong on this machine is actually pretty good. Here's a game I used to like. Oh, let's get rid of that. It's called Crazy Antics, and it's always let me know if the volume's too loud or low for the game versus my voice. As you can see, this is from 1982 by K Enterprises. They seem to have this, or is it K-Byte? I don't know, K-Byte or K Enterprises. One of those or both of those. This is a game that's a little bit like Pac-Man, but plays very differently. You're this white ant. This is the demo, not me. And why don't we just jump into it rather than watching a demo? You're the white ant versus these 4 other ants, and you're all out for blood. Eggs are a big thing. Those shoot. I might die right away. So they're kind of small little diamond-shaped eggs. That's what they hatch out of every time they die. I just died and it's game over. But also, you can lay your own eggs. And every egg that you lay, see at the bottom, there's that row of these circular things. They look like the number 0. You can drop those around. And anytime you die, one of those eggs will hatch if you drop it around. But the enemy ants can eat them. So if you drop an egg right behind you because one's chasing you, it's just going to immediately eat it. And Ryan said there was a Rocky Pinball demo for Atari 8-bit. Okay, Ryan's our big pinball fan, so I'll have to try one of those. If you eat one of their eggs like I did just here, you become glowing, and then you can press the button to leave an explosion. So you get powered up by eating their eggs. I guess it's the high protein content. And as you can see, obviously the anteater, I haven't mentioned him, but he's quite an important character. He comes along and he sticks his tongue down into the anthill and wreaks all kinds of havoc. So I just did an egg bomb. Right there, I planted an egg bomb. I should start putting my own eggs down before I die. You can leave them in corners and stuff, and if you're lucky, they won't get eaten. Every once in a while it rains, as you can see, and anyone who gets caught up in the water is dead. So I'm dropping some eggs now. I'm trying to put them in corners and stuff so they don't get eaten right away. Uh-oh. Well, this guy's gonna eat 2 eggs, actually. Oof. Okay, so I'm hatching down at the bottom because I just died. Got more eggs. Shoot. This game's brutal, man. Okay, unfortunately they can't eat the hatching eggs. Did you see that? So I just killed 2 with an egg bomb. This game, by the way, wasn't really known for being, a classic of the computer or anything like that. But it was a game I was always fond of. Even if it's a bit ridiculous. Here comes the anteater's not really doing a heck of a lot, it seems like this time. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, so let's get these egg bombs, blow up the orange guy, and then we'll beat the level. Ta-da! And now it plays a wonderful rendition of Johnny Comes Marching Home for ants. What is this, a Civil War era song for ants? So they invade the anthill again, even after you've killed them. And yeah, you start again, basically. There are many difficulty levels. I'm playing the easy one because I am so rusty. Oh, shoot. One nice thing is the rain, nice for me, is the rain doesn't eat your, doesn't consume your eggs. Your eggs are fine in the rain, in other words. Where are all their eggs? He just ate one of mine, that orange jerk. Cool, he walked into the egg. Oh, there's his eggs. So there's one more egg of theirs left. I gotta get it and blow up the orange guy, then I'm probably good. Bluey. What is Rocky Pinball anyway, Ryan? What does that refer to? A certain brand? Or do you mean like Rocky the boxer? I have a number 2 in the corner. I guess that's how many... It's not the level I'm on, but how many I've beaten? Did I start at 0? Are we getting into a raise, start at 0 kind of arguments here? It's a programmer joke. Oops. Kinda got trapped there. Well, I hatched though. I'm hatching. It took a while. Oh crap. There goes my egg. I'm done. I'm done. Game over. Alright, that's enough of that. That's a little bit of crazy antics. Rocky the movie, says Ryan, but it was just a demo. Hey, I have a bunch of demos. I can try to see if I have it. I don't know if I unzipped them though, but let me check. So I figured out who's going to play demos. Let's see, Rocky. Doesn't look like it unless it starts with something else. Doesn't start with the word Rocky. Let me check different. No, not that one. In-store demo. XEX. No, I don't think I have Rocky. Sorry, Ryan. I would have loaded it for sure. But let's get back to games. Yeah, so I had a lot of random games on my list here. I thought I might try some games, not only games that I know and love, but also some things that I heard were good, but I've never played before. So why don't I load a classic that I said I wasn't going to do too much of this, but this is a special version of Asteroids. Let me load that up for you. Now, I like this a lot, this version of Asteroids. It's one of my favorites. And let me zoom in for a moment, and you can see this is the wrong manual. Here we go. Atari liked to put out these really cool 8.5 by 11 manuals that had this nice cover art. They were good with cover art. Same thing with Atari 2600. They had like these cool paintings. Space Invaders again. But this is Asteroids, and they gave you these, these manuals that were 8.5 by 11, and they had holes punched in so you could put them in a binder. So I guess ideally you could have a nice binder full of all your Atari manuals. But the thing is, it was only Atari themselves doing that, not all the other companies. For example, here's Miner 2049 by Big Five Software, gave you this flimsy little thing. And this was kind of before the days of, I guess Nintendo kind of forced standardization among third parties. Like they had the special licensing thing, the Nintendo seal of approval. And so, back in before that, not everybody, not every third party conformed to the standards that the producer of the console wanted. But I like this version of Asteroids. Actually, let's flip through the manual a tiny bit while we're at it. Look at this. They give you a table of contents. And this is one of the reasons why I think it's special. You can look right here at the table of contents. This version of Asteroid, it has multiplayer, and it takes advantage of the 4 joystick ports. So you can have 4 players simultaneous Asteroids play. And look at here, you have your standard play, you have melee Asteroids, which we would probably call deathmatch these days, but this is before Doom invented that term. You have co-op Asteroids, you have team Asteroids. I don't remember what patrol combat is. But it's just so cool. And you can have different defensive options. Like not only can you have the hyperspace like in every other Asteroids, but you also have a shield option where you press down to put up a shield. And so I always thought this version was super cool. And Ryan says, I love that art. Reminds me of 2600. Yeah, for sure. So unfortunately, it's just me. So I can't, 90% of the cool factor to this version of Asteroids is the 4-player, but I can show off some of the cool features it has anyway. And here we even have a little story Trapped far from home, your embattled spaceship, I'm not going to read the whole thing, hurls towards its doom. You are caught in the center of a gigantic cloud of asteroids. You have no choice. You must pulverize all the asteroids in your path with your photon cannon if you are ever to save yourself and your ship. But if I can ever get people together one day, I would love to play some four-player Asteroids. And as you can see, the graphics don't, they don't look like vector graphics, because how could they do that on this machine? But, it's just a really cool version with a lot of options. Here's a bounce option, which I think means the asteroids bounce off the edges of the screen. So yeah, I guess I'll get into it now without further ado. What is it? Oh, that has... I'm just looking at this chart here. I'm like, let me show you what I'm looking at. I think it's just telling you all the combinations available. Like, if you play co-op with two-player combat, you have asteroids, you have saucers, you have enemy players or team players. Team players are only for the team mode. They give you, it's like kind of shades all the combinations. It's pretty cool. Let's just get into it though at this point. It's just a really awesome version of Astro. But yeah, let's see. What do I press? Probably select an option, things like that. Let's see if I can figure it out. One player, two player. Yeah, I gotta get back to one player, unfortunately. But look how many options there are. It's so cool. Okay, can I get back to one, please? I've hit the button a lot, but it's not going back to one. There we go. One player patrol, please. Why has it go to 4 back to 2? I don't understand. Do I have to reset the damn thing? Wait, what is going on? Oh, here we go. One player patrol. Okay, I'm not hitting F3 again, which is, I believe... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm showing my face zoomed in still. Let me fix that. Nobody wants to see my face anymore. Okay. Basically, you see at the bottom where it has the game modes. I had trouble getting it to cycle back to one player patrol. All right, so if I press F2, which is, I guess, the option key, actually, I can select shields, hyperspace, flip over. I don't know what flip over means, or no effect. These are my defensive options. I'll go with shield. I always thought that was fun. All right, why don't we just play it? We got the UFOs. Wiki UFO. Obviously, again, obviously it's not visually as cool as the original arcade with the vector graphics and all. But I think it's awesome nonetheless. So let's try pressing down to turn on my shield. It's not down. There you go. You can just hold that. You can't shoot while you're doing it, but you are invincible while you do this. I am in invincible state. None can harm me. Haha. I can hide in my little turtle shell forever. Maybe, I'm trying to think in multiplayer how viable a tactic that could be in the team game, perhaps. Probably not. You're kind of useless if you do that forever, right? You might as well not be in the game if you're just turtling forever. This UFO is being really tricky. The UFO patterns aren't like in the arcade at all. I've been playing my Replicate, my mini arcade cabinet. So I'm kind of used to the way they behave in the arcade. Alright, let's see. Looks like we're facing asteroids. Oof. Always go into the turtle shell. Need be. I'm gonna go hide right now. Look at that. Cauldron of Stardust is here. Welcome, Cauldron. I'll check your message in a moment. I think it said if I press F, something will happen. F on the keyboard. I'm afraid it's gonna go fast though. I don't know if I want that. Cauldron says watching but playing Animal Crossing New Horizons at the moment. Okay. So I probably won't be very chatty. Okay, that's cool. Don't worry about it, man. Oof. It ducks into the shield just in time. There is a little bit of a delay when you duck into the shield. It takes about 1 whole second, I would say. So I guess that's one downside of it. about a nice team game of Asteroids? Doesn't that sound awesome? Now, unfortunately, I don't remember doing too much of that back in the day. Now I'm asking, why wouldn't I have? I remember playing a couple, like, 2-player games, maybe 3. But, how about a death match? That sounds awesome. We're all just shooting each other. Asteroids giving us grief. UFOs. I feel like you would die in about 2 seconds, though. You would probably get shot, like, every few seconds. But team mode sounds fun. Now, someone should actually ROM hack the arcade version, or one that looks nicer, to implement these features. Now that might be a really nice combination. Apologize if you hear my 3-year-old daughter screaming. She doesn't want to fall asleep. She's like, "Mommy, something, something, something. Bring me a such and such. Bring me kitties, please." Definitely much... Oh, I died. Okay, somehow I didn't die there. I was gonna say it definitely seems much easier than the arcade version. Trying to think if I can name why. Well, for one thing, the UFOs, especially the little ones, are extremely dangerous in the arcade version. Small UFOs are a huge fan. They shoot a lot, they aim at you. Hard to hit. Yes? I don't know where Mommy is, honey, but you need to go to bed. Do you want to come say hi quick? Wait. Come here, honey. Okay, actually, go to Mommy. Go to Mommy. Close the door, please. Family drama. This is the way, I believe it was on Futurama. I think it was Futurama. This is the way Fry said he played Asteroids. He just spins around in a circle and sprays and misses. Ryan says, my favorite 2-player Atari games were Frogs and Flies and Fishing Derby. Cool. I only played Frogs and Flies more recently. First time I played it was on an Atari Flashback, so I don't have any nostalgia for that one. But, crap, hold on a second. But yeah, Fishing Derby's great. And you can see that the shield might be a little bit on the cheap side. Because with hyperspace, you might wind up jumping to a bad place. But with shield, you can just hold it until you're good. So it might be a little bit on the cheap side, you could argue. Oh. I'll try to be not too cowardly about it, just... You don't want me to play Asteroids the whole evening, I hope. Maybe you do. We could rename this to Asteroids, the stream. Wednesday Asteroids, I don't know. Whee. It'll probably get hard enough, though, after a few levels in. The game is not very nice to me. It won't let me hold down the button. It's making me work for each shot. I suppose there's probably an auto fire mode, but I don't really want to fiddle with that live. Like, let me find the right menu. Aldrin says, we're talking Atari 2600. Warlords is not only my favorite multiplayer game on that console, but perhaps my favorite multiplayer game ever. Yeah, there's a new version of that, relatively new. I can't remember the name. But like adds a dragon and all this crazy stuff, I think. I don't know the name, but I think it's also on Atari 8-bit. So some homebrewers were like, let's make Warlords, you know, part 2 kind of a thing. You never had Warlords? Right, oh my goodness. That's definitely like, yeah, that's definitely a top 2600 game. I thought you would know that as a as an Atari geek, Atari 2600 geek. That's a blast, though. You got the 4 players paddle it, using the paddles to control 4 guys, one in each corner, and there's like this fireball bouncing around and trying to break through each other's castles, kill the other players. It's almost like 4-player competitive breakout. I forget if there was a difficulty option, but perhaps I should have turned it up a bit. That said, I think it's going to catch up with me. I did die once, and it's probably going to get pretty hard. Whee! But yeah, Warlords, man, that's where it's at. This is probably the first version of Asteroids I ever played, by the way. Oof. Okay, in the interest of moving things along, I'm gonna try to resist using the shield anymore. I might slip sometimes, but I'm gonna try to be at least sparing with it. Because I feel like it's gonna extend the game way too long. So as soon as I get a good moment, I'll let go of the down direction, and let's go for it. It's gonna be a lot harder. I'm probably gonna die quite quickly, actually. Damn, I don't know. I was hoping it would go by me, but no. It's gonna put me right in the middle, I think. No? Bottomish there? Probably bottomish there. No. It's trying to find a clear spot for me, but there's so many asteroids. Now, when I play the arcade version, I try to play a little more strategically and like shoot one large one first and whittle down each one that it breaks into. Ugh. I'm just kind of spamming the button here. So obviously I'm going to die pretty quickly now. You can already see it's happening. Not my precious shield. My precious. Shoot, I'm gonna get... Oh, I cheated. Oh, man. Suddenly it's, like, extremely difficult without the shield. I thought I was being smooth there for a moment, dodging some of those asteroids, but that was short-lived, unfortunately. Only accidentally hitting down lately. Just so you're aware. Shoot. Oh, that's that. Yeah, it was a lot harder without the shield for sure. And Aldrin says to Ryan that, oh my god, it's great, like breakout, but every character has their own corner. You need to guard your castle from being chipped away while chipping away at the other castle walls. Exactly. Alright, so that was a little bit of Atari Asteroids. Why don't we try another great classic? Let me pull up my list of games that I had ready. How about we actually play something obscure? This is a game I actually had this for Commodore. It's called Orc Attack, but I just saw it on the list and I was like, yeah, let's play Orc Attack. And it is true that a lot of games that are on Atari are also on Commodore, so there's going to be a lot of overlap. But this is a ridiculous game called Orc Attack. And by the way, I have to apologize by the mono of the game sounds. It probably doesn't matter a heck of a lot. But this emulator only seems to play in mono, even though there's a very explicit stereo. It's a little truncated at the top, but stereo sound. If I check that off or uncheck it, it doesn't play stereo. It's always mono. So I don't know what's with that. But alright, let's play a little Orc Attack. So this is a game where you're this dude at the top dropping rocks and crap on these orcs. So you have to go to the sides and pick up rocks. And the orcs are trying to lay siege to your castle. Every once in a while, after you drop so many rocks on them, or maybe it's over time, I'm not sure which, it might be a timer, then you get boiling oil, which you can end the level with. and the boiling oil just consumes them all in flames. So these guys are obviously shooting crossbows at me, and every time I take a hit, it damages me, although it doesn't really display a life meter. Also, I do a little spin around in confusion when I get shot. Here comes the oil. So level 1 was easy. I did get shot twice though, so that's not exactly great. And it made me drop my oil. Damn you. I was going to make some delicious nachos with that oil. This is Orc Attack from 1983. I neglected to say who made this game. Bye, orcs. Then you get the orc body count here. Piles of dead orcs. Reminds me of Lord of the Rings when Legolas and Gimli are competing over orc kills. I do recall the first, I guess, few levels being quite easy. But they do start attacking you heavily after that. You can actually break through these ramparts. I think that's what you call them, the barrier things. You can hit them with the rocks and smash through them, kind of like when you shoot through your own barriers in Space Invaders. But they are good to have because I don't think they regenerate between levels, so once one of them's gone, it's gone. Here comes the oil. Haha! Let's drop more oil on them. And this is far from a great classic or anything, but it's an obscure little fun game. Orc Attack. The funny thing is, though, back then, unless you were like specifically a fantasy geek, the concept of an orc wasn't even very mainstream. You had to have read like Lord of the Rings or played D&D or something. I don't think your average Joe who's into Space Invaders would even know what an orc is. They'd be like, "What? What's an orc?" So they would see it in the shelf and maybe perhaps a little confused. I don't know. Then again, it's not really that hard of a concept to grasp. It's a green guy trying to kill you. Atari 8-bit had Gauntlet, yeah, that's right, Ryan. I'm actually going to play the original game that was called Gauntlet. I had to rename it to Gauntlet Attack. It's one of my favorites for Atari. Got shot, but let's drop the oil on him. So, basically a guy in, I can't remember what state he was in, even though he was in Massachusetts. His name is Don LeBeau, I think I'm saying his name right. And he kind of made one of the first shareware games, at least that I'd heard of. He called it Gauntlet in 1984. But then a little-known company called Atari made a little-known game called Gauntlet, which was the dungeon crawler, 4-player dungeon crawler. Oh, what's this guy? I don't even remember this. It's a wizard shooting skulls at me or something. Anyway, long story short, Donald did not want to go toe-to-toe in anything legally with Atari, even though his game came first, so he renamed his game to Gauntlet Attack. How am I supposed to get these skulls? They're behind the barriers. What are they doing? They're actually hurting me? I think they are. Stop hiding. They're like hiding behind the barriers. It's a real pain. Should I be dropping something on the wizard himself? Let me try that. I don't think the Commodore version had this one. It's a wizard. Oh, look at that. Imagine that. You actually drop things on the wizard's head. Run out of rocks. On the left side, I have no more rocks. Oh, I'm taking damage. Uh oh. When's this guy gonna die? Yeah, that's right. I think the rocks take a little bit of time to replenish once you use them up or something like that. Yeah, I'm almost dead, unfortunately. I think at the top where it says 1/1, the second number is, I think, my hit points. I had 7 before. think I had 7. But I can't hit the ones behind the barrier without smashing through my barrier. It could be they're not actually hurting me when they hit the barrier, though. Shoot, I missed it. Oh, I messed up again. I'm gonna get hurt. I'm probably gonna get killed right now. My head's gonna fall off. Nope, I have 0. It counts 0. Okay, I'm still alive. Whew. Back to the orcs. The wizard. Yeah, I missed that comment. I figured it out. Figured it out eventually. Well, actually, I didn't actually get through that by killing the wizard, but maybe you can speed it up if you do that. Not really hitting those guys. Look at this crossbow guy. Take that, you jerk. Would help if there were more people defending the castle here. Alright, boiling oil. Let's catch up on the chat quick. Ryan said I liked the arcade because I thought it was so cool to be able to choose a character. Yeah, Gauntlet, right? And also, Ryan said I even like Pit Fighter Arcade for that same reason. I used to like Pit Fighter in the arcade. I played it recently though, and it doesn't really hold up. I was just in awe of the huge digitized characters. I don't think I had seen anything like that before. Mortal Kombat was like a few years down the road. See if I can just hammer him with rocks really hard before I die. Oh, there goes my head. Okay. I was about to say, I'm hoping the skulls aren't damaging me because they're hitting the barriers, but apparently no such luck. So now it says I have lives 0/9, so I have no lives left, but 9 health, basically. And I think it's a fair amount, because you do last a long time on 1 life. Yeah, so when those skulls are hitting the barrier, I mean, all I can do is either take it or break through the barrier, or just try to take out the wizard fast enough, it seems like. But yeah, again, I don't remember the wizard at all on the Commodore, or if there was such a wizard, I feel like it took a long time to get to. It might have been a thing I saw like once. But it was really easy to get to the wizard here this time. Take that. Damn works. Death from above. Alright, let's observe our pile of orc carnage now. Once again. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. Ryan and Cauldron and whoever else might be watching. Oh, it's a wizard. Oh, crap. The Wizard of Skullness. Let's go fast. Come on. Gotta go fast. Can I get this guy, even though the barrier's right there? I just kind of... By the way, your guy has a lot of momentum. It's like he's on roller skates or something. He kind of zips along, and I'm letting go right now, and he's just zooming along. Maybe he's actually skateboarding up there, or he's on ice. Ice skates, I don't know. Get him. Ah, crap. Okay, I'm down to 6 health. It went from 9 to 6 in one go. Oh, crap. Now I'm down to 5. Probably 4 now. That'd be a way to just kill a wizard. He seems to take a ton of hits. Hey, I got him. But the skulls are still coming. Shoot. I guess he's just not going to make new ones, though. Which is good. Alright. Oof. Killed the wizard. Now it's going to get hairy, I have a feeling. There'll be a lot of orcs shooting me and climbing up fast. Orc Attack. One cool thing about that game, Gauntlet Attack, is the maker, Don LeBeau, he showed up on Atari Agent with describing all the code and how he coded the AI and stuff like that. Was really cool. The game has really special AI. It's like pretty complex for the day. Each enemy you face has its own special patterns. I'm definitely going to play that game today. Alright, boiling oil. Honestly, a lot longer than I expected. But as you can see, I'm still wounded. I have 0/5 lives at the top, so this game does not heal you between levels. And I'm not sure if you get extra lives even. Maybe. For whoever just joined, we're playing Atari 8-bit games tonight, and this game in particular is called Orc Attack. What is this? Who's that guy? The Orc Wizard? Get out of here, Orc Wizard. You suck. He hurt me a lot already. I'm almost dead. Dropping rocks on orcs' heads, basically. Oh, that was it? Okay, well, I did take some serious damage. I'm almost done. Oh, there goes my head. Game over, I think. Alright. That was a little bit of Orc Attack from 1983 by TEV Limited. So it's amazing how many of these game companies I don't even know about. And Ryan says, looking at 8-bit games, they had a Castle Wolfenstein. Of course, that's what Castle Wolfenstein, I mean, that's what Wolfenstein 3D was inspired by. The old Castle Wolfenstein game. There was Castle Wolfenstein and Beyond Castle Wolfenstein. Yeah, why don't I show a couple of manuals now? Yeah, I can play one if you want. I found it difficult to control when I played one on a Commodore stream recently ago. So, but one thing I wanted to show. Now, I did a whole Temple of Apshai stream once about, I don't know, a year ago. And I found this whole Temple of Apshai manual. I'm not going to play that again, though, because it's time consuming and I already dedicated a whole stream to it. But, here it is. Dungeon Quest, Temple of Apshai. And this is, what these covers used to look like. I kind of like the rainbow effect. It shows the warrior fighting giant ants. The warrior being you. Cauldron says that Wolfenstein is horrible on Commodore. Was it better on Atari? I'm trying to remember. While I'm going through the manuals, let's show a couple more. I already kind of showed Space Invaders. I could show you this game. Interestingly enough, I used to love this Space Invaders, but one thing it's very lacking, and back in the day I didn't care, but it's lacking the barriers. So you don't have those barriers at the bottom in Atari 8-bit Space Invaders for some strange reason. It's very weird. But you do have this nice spaceship that the aliens come out of. Why don't I just play it? I could do a little bit of Wolfenstein, but for now let's do some Space Invaders. So this is, yeah, it's very different Space Invaders. I mean, overall it's the same kind of game, but they totally removed. We can play Space Lobsters if you want. I don't know what that is. But with Space Invaders, they pretty much changed the game. You would think that's kind of fundamental to the game to have the barriers. But yeah, you have the spaceship on the left that they come out of. And they're all different from what we're used to. The shapes are different. It has a nice feel to it, smooth and quick. So I always kind of like this one, but it is very strange. How, you know, looking at this as an adult and understanding more about how they were trying to bring the arcade experience home, it is very strange to me that they did not include the barriers. But I'm still finding this so smooth and nice. I like it. And I guess the aliens coming out of a spaceship is a nice little touch. Yeah, I got you, mother effer. Yeah. Oh yeah, the spaceship comes down a little more each level. That's cool. And Ryan said, I think Atari is the most nostalgia art for me. Cool. Definitely more so than Nintendo. Yeah, I could agree with that. Trying to think of Nintendo artworks that I really like. First of all, for all the launch titles, they just showed like a close-up pixelated screenshot from the game. So those were not very impressive. Like, you know, you take, I don't know, Duck Hunt or Hogan's Alley or any of those original games, it was just a screenshot. It was a really close-up screenshot, so I'm not too fond of those. And you had these little tiny manuals. I mean, they were completely serviceable. I kind of wish I had a big binder of all these Atari manuals now. That'd be really cool to have. Okay, this is cool. I'm enjoying, again, the smoothness and the speed. You move really quickly. The game progresses quickly as well. It's very strange about the barriers, though, once again. Why would you take that out? Could it be a technical limitation? It doesn't seem like it should be. Wow. I totally lucked out in that last shot. And yeah, Cauldron says silky smooth movement here. I agree. Yeah, this is I mean, you know, now that I'm older, I can appreciate the nuances and the differences between games, and this is really nice. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's getting harder each time. These jerks keep landing lower, and I just learned I can hold down the button, which is nice, because I don't know if my finger is gonna or my thumb is gonna make it through the night otherwise. I do feel like I have better timing when I manually hit it, though. Like if I keep pounding the button. But they're gonna start like right on top of me in a moment, so it's gonna be really hard. I think I'm gonna like lose the next round. Oh. Yeah, they're just really right on top of you. You gotta take out those orange guys quickly, I think. Now I'm really curious to get to the bottom of why they omitted the barriers. Is it a technical limitation, design decision? I like how they bang on the drums louder. Oh. Alright, it's getting dangerous. Ah. I think I have to wait till right after the orange one shoots and then try to sneak in at that moment. He's gonna shoot. I'm waiting for him to shoot. Oh, he keeps shooting. There seems to be no regular rhythm to it, so it's kind of just pray. Okay, I'm dead. That was Atari 8-bit. Space Invaders. And let's see. Cauldron says Atari relied heavily on artwork because the games were so lacking in detail. That's true. Good artwork could capture the imagination and sell the game. And Cauldron also says the aliens are coming out of the rocket ship is the most interesting aspect of it. That's true. Alright, it's a little bit of Space Invaders. So let's show off some more goodies, because why not? So again, I'm inheriting things from my dad gradually. And so I have a pile of random tapes I thought I would show. This one is Zaxxon by Datasoft. It's easier to see without the glare from the plastic case. I was never a huge Zaxxon fan, but this is cool to have anyway. To be clear, I'm only playing emulated games. This is 1983. Here's a random thing. It's Walt Disney. So Disney was making games, or at least licensing, back in, well, the early 80s apparently. This is side 2. Here's side 1. Mickey Goes Hiking. Mickey in the Great Outdoors. What's the year there? 83, I think. Roman numerals. Side 2 is Mickey Goes Exploring. Here we have something cool. So Atari Program Exchange. This was it was kind of like a community-driven thing where users, random people could submit their programs to Atari Program Exchange and distribute them. And I guess if they did well, you could sell them. This is Caverns of Mars by Greg Christensen, and this is a good game. Maybe I'll play it right now. I think this was a high school student at the time when he made this. I don't know the year, but it was probably something like 82 or something like that. So Greg Christensen was in high school, and I remember a story of him, like, kind of frantically, I don't know the exact story, but he was like really putting all his time and energy into this game, and he made a good creation ultimately. So why don't we jump into a little bit of Caverns of Mars? The game that it's good, but the difficulty escalates very quickly, so I don't expect to last too long. Let me see if there's a cart version, just out of curiosity. I had the cart version back in the day. No, I don't have that here. So Ryan says, I missed games on cassette tapes. If I had my way, games and music would still be on cassette tape. I kind of I have some nostalgia for it, but at the same time, it's just a extremely painful and slow process to load a game from tape. So I would say no thank you. Here's Caverns of Mars. Last time I played this, it was the first game on my Atari 8-bit stream, a previous one I did. And one of my regular viewers, who never views live, but he always watches all my archived streams, his name is Charlie Cat. And he said that he played this and the was going at the beginning and it made his dog go crazy. So Cauldron says, Arcade Zaxxon is one of my favorite shoot 'em ups. Cool. Yeah, I agree, Cauldron. Cauldron said that's you being nostalgic. Is that and cassette tapes are the worst. I gotta agree, they're pretty terrible. I mean, they were cool at the time for what they did. You could tape anything off the radio or whatever. You could rip from CDs and, talking about the CD era, of course. And you could have a Walkman, just carry them around in your pocket, essentially. But cassettes suck. Anyway, let's see. I can play Novice, Pilot, Warrior, or Commander levels. And, well, I guess I'll go with Novice for now. Let's do it. Caverns of Mars. Oh, can't control. Okay. It's not working, apparently. Let's do a warm reset. Strange. There we go. What was that about? So yeah, this is... Oh, jeez. Okay, that's not how you do it. Not how you do it. It's a game kind of like in the vein of River Raid or Scramble, I guess. It's like vertical scramble. And yes, you shoot fuel to gain fuel. Also like in Scramble. River Raid. Maybe that's where the comparison ends, really. I've actually played this game a few times on stream before. And hopefully it works when I get to the end of the level. There was like one emulator or one ROM where it would just crash at that point. So first you have to get through those tunnels, and then there's like a big open area with these waves and waves of enemies that you just shoot. You can't get through. You can't shoot most of them. You have to kind of just dodge. Shoot a few that you can. Try to get the fuel ships on the way down as much as you can as well. Then you have to plant the bomb and escape. And yeah, this was made by, I believe, a high school student, and the year was actually 1981 at the title screen said. This gets pretty sensitive down here. It looks like got something like skyscrapers almost, way beneath the surface of Mars. And Ryan says, I'm playing hill climb racing on my watch while I watch this. It would blow these programmers' minds to go back and show them what a watch is capable now. That's very true. Now we have 30 seconds. Oh. So that's not the way to do it. I'm playing with like a modern analog stick, and I have trouble going straight with those sometimes, unfortunately. On the way up, you're not allowed to shoot for some reason. Let me get this annoying mouse cursor out of the way. Sorry about that. I used to find this tremendously suspenseful back in the day. Gotta get out of there before it blows. You have that pulsing Okay, we're out. Yeah. Ground shakes and you can hear the explosions set off. Okay, let's go. It gets hard quickly though. Last time I played this game was probably about a year ago. I don't think I was able to get past this level. It gets just so... Cameras get so tight. Well, let's see what I can do. Possible I was being cocky and played a level greater than novice, which I should not do. Yet I don't remember this game being that hard back in the day. I remember, I don't remember like thinking of it as a hard game. I don't think I did awesome at it, but I don't remember like getting stuck at level 2. I think we had some questions in last stream when I played this that maybe it was running faster than normal. Or perhaps that was just my excuse for sucking. Oh, okay, I thought it was dead there for sure. I don't know if Stu is here, but I remember he remarked last time that who designed this ship that you can only like shoot on the 2 sides of it rather than like straight in the middle. Let's see, Ryan says, or imagine you showed them that you have like every 8-bit game and it takes up no space. Yeah. Bomb timer set. Escape time 30. Let's go. I think this is the part that's hard because you have to go fast and navigate left and right. Yeah, look at this. It's crazy. They don't give you much room for error if I recall correctly. I was trying to hug that turn real tight. Damn it. This is like the end of me already. That's crazy, right? Well, with a little bit of Caverns of Mars. And I could just replay it, but I'm just going to be dying at the same part over and over. Wow. Well, anyway, I like the game anyway. That's Caverns of Mars. There is a sequel. Shall we just jump into the sequel? I've never played the sequel before. Let's do it. I've always been curious about it, but I've never played it. Caverns of Mars 2, also by Greg Christensen. This is exciting to me because I've always liked the game but never played the sequel. Interesting that he made the sequel in the same year, 1981. And Ryan says that seems impossible. Okay, I'm kind of... weird because the first game had more of an animated quality to the title screen, and this one has nothing, so it almost seems like they... I don't know, it's less fancy than the first one, if anything. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's sideways. It's like Scramble. It is like Scramble. Interesting. I'm just wondering why... it looks like the volume's very loud for this game. Let me see if I can do something. Turning it down while dying. Yeah, I guess my initial reaction is a little bit of disappointment because it's like... it's almost like he said, well, let me just try to rip off Scramble rather than trying to make a game that's more similar to his original game but maybe improved upon. But I'd like Scramble. Yeah, that's right. Cauldron says it's Scramble without the bomb dropping. Maybe you hit a button? Sorry, I'm dying. Sometimes you would use a key. Look, this is insane. They even have the same kind of enemies that go up and down in Scramble. Wow, this is weird. I gotta say, I'm let down. I don't know. I just play Scramble, I guess. I mean, it could be... it was an attempt at a cash grab at this point. Like, hey, you know, maybe if they hear I have a game that's just like Scramble, yeah, without the bombs, I don't know. Well, it's good that I tried it. Now I can stop wondering. Stop being excited. But yeah, I tried pressing some keys and I did not find anything. Sometimes a lot of these Atari 8-bit games, they would kind of just assume you could mash the keyboard while wielding a joystick. Like, well, you just press space to do this. And, I don't know. I wonder if I am missing the key. It's not space because that pauses. Tried a bunch of other keys before I gave up just now. But yeah, it could have been sort of a cash grab attempt, like, hey, I got a game that's exactly like Scramble. Exactly is a strong word. How are you supposed to get through that? I feel like I am missing a bomb button. I like enter? No. Screw it. Sorry, that's a disappointment. I saw other games with similar names. Let me take a look at that again. Caverns of Kalisto. That's not the same game. Caverns of Mars 2. Yeah, I guess that's that. Wow. Wondering for so many years and just completely let down, I gotta say. And Ryan says, forget showing them future tech. Just go back and push him into the locker and say, part 2 sucks, loser. Ah, come on. That took the wind out of my sails a little bit. I was hoping for awesomeness. But let's not give up. There's a lot to explore still. And let's take a look at a couple more tapes that I have. This one is called Original Adventure, which is, as you might suspect, it's by Creative Computing Software. But it's that original text adventure game that kind of started that whole genre called Adventure. Should I go to Morristown, New Jersey and see if Creative Computing is still there? And speaking of Creative Computing, I have another such game. This one is called Haunted House from 1980. This one is called States and Capitals, Instructions and Game. So that's some kind of, I don't know, educational game to learn your U.S. states and capitals. And this one's not too exciting either, but it is about learning how to program, I think. Writing Programs 2. This is side 2. This is Writing Programs 2, side 1. So there was another tape that was part 1, I guess. That's all for the tapes I have. Here's another manual I have. This is the one I showed a moment ago. I say we jump into this game because it is good. Miner 2049er. Wow, there's a whole story here. Look at this. Story of Bounty Bob. This is like a long story. This is crazy. And it goes on to the next page as well. Wow. It's hard for me to read it while holding it up, but basically it says, I can read like a little bit of it. The story of Bounty Bob. The cleaning woman was diligently dusting the Hall of Fame wall in the office of Headmaster Mountie Monty. Monty was quietly doing the boring paperwork that all Mounties must attend to. Excuse me, sir, but why is there a big black wreath around this one picture? Inquired the cleaning woman. Slowly removing his glasses, he looked up and studied the picture she was referring to. That is a famous Bounty Bob, answered Mounty. Bounty Bob was considered by all to be the most loyal, heroic, and charismatic Mountie that our province has ever known. The cleaning woman was entranced. Well, if he was so wonderful, then what is that bloomin' black wreath doing up there? Wow, yeah, it's surprisingly long. I am impressed. It's just a platformer game. It's a good one. But let's play a little Miner 2049er. And yeah, I'm not going to read that whole story. And Cauldron says, yo, I loved Haunted House on Atari 2600. Oh, that's a different one entirely. And also the best thing about Miner 2049er, it influenced Matthew Smith to create his own game, Manic Miner. And Ryan says my first horror game, referring to, I guess, Atari Haunted House. Cool. This is a classic. Miner 2049er. I used to think this intro was fun and cute. Bill Hogue. Backward jump to show off. Yeah, horror themed. Ryan used to crap his pants every time he played Haunted House. Copyright 1982 by Big Five Software. Van Nuys, California. You think that number still works? It's kind of funny that a game would actually have a phone number in the title screen. It's not something you would see today, right? Or even an address like that. Alright, let's do it. This is a hard game. First few levels are not hard. So, for anyone who hasn't played this game, these are radioactive mutants. And anything that's glowing like that is radioactive. Anytime you get one of these random objects, you turn them green for a moment, which means they're vulnerable. Oh, that's not how you do it. So that wore off, kind of like the power pellets in Pac-Man. I was getting a little too greedy there. Let's not get greedy if I'm going to die in the first level. So you just touch them like that. The goal is to erase all this crap on the ground. You have to touch every surface, essentially. You're spreading your germs around. I don't know what it is. Or cleaning up the germs. Ryan said just called it no longer in service. Are you serious? Big Five Software. I wonder whatever happened to them. It's kind of crazy how many game companies have come and gone. Alright. Level 1 is done. Can't believe I died on it, but hey. I could have the excuse that I haven't played in 35 years, but I played this like a year ago on Commodore. So I don't have that excuse. Let's kill these guys. So this level introduces the concept of these slides, which if you stand right on top of them, you slide down. It takes a little, excuse me, it's a little bit difficult to get used to exactly how the slides work, like how you can step over them exactly and stuff like that. But I still have a decent feel for it, it feels like. You can also do this. You can get some of those things, some of the floor specs as you slide down. Ryan called it. It said the number you dialed is no longer in service. That's funny. It could easily have been something else. Obviously not Big Five software. Well, that would have been hilarious if you heard someone say, Big Five software, how can I help you? What? You guys are still around? Alright, level 3, or station 3. Oh, the teleporter, that's only at level 3, wow. This one you actually need the keyboard. You have to tell it which teleporter you want to go to. I don't remember what's good to do anymore. Perhaps 4. Kill these guys quickly. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying a moment ago, these game designers on this computer, they didn't think twice. They would be like, you know, they can just use the keyboard in addition to the joystick. What's the problem? It seems almost absurd today, but they only had one button to work with on the joystick, so... how should I plan this? I need to think about dealing with those mutants. For one thing, I can just get number 2 now, no issue. You can see the teleporters have a cooldown time. But I think I can just walk over to the right without much issue and grab those binoculars or whatever they are. Just finish them off that way. This thing here looks like the female reproductive organ, though. And now we finish number 3. Get this anvil. Drop it on Wiley Coyote's head. Aldrin says that Ryan was probably the guy calling 8675309. This is the level where I feel like it starts to get kind of hardish. Let me think about it. Oh, yeah, it's just a lot of jumping. I can probably handle it. I think should I just let's keep going. Kill some mutants. Okay, got that mutant. Here's a lovely cake. Nervous. If you're falling in the air and you hear woo, that means you're kind of in danger of dying. If it goes down, basically you fall too far and you're dead. But cute. Okay. Let's go clear up that stuff at the left bottom-ish. Basically, I still have a decent feel for how far you can fall. Although then again, I did play this game about a year ago. Yeah. I do this. You do have a timer going, so you gotta be careful. Can't delay too long. But how am I gonna get past that guy? I guess I gotta go to the left. Can I do that? Did I plan this all wrong? I don't think you can jump over these guys. Maybe you can, I don't know. I guess I can probably get that hot dog or hamburger looking thing from below, perhaps. I don't know, they kind of place it just so you can't do that, I think, actually. Shoot. I'm gonna try it, here we go. Okay, cool. Now I gotta actually get up there. Brian says, Miner 2049er is a great game. I used to play it at a friend's house. Cool. Oh, time's running out. My oxygen is running out. I think that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, I used to like this game quite a lot. I don't think I ever completed it, though. Station 5. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's deal with these mutants. Oh! That's right, it's glowing, so it's gonna kill you. It's the deadly martini. The radioactive martini. Man. Evil. You can't trust a random martini lying around in a mine with mutants. You know what? Maybe reading that story would be good, because I have no idea what the heck is supposed to be going on in this game. There's like mutants, and you're picking up things on the floor. There's a lot of radioactivity and stuff. Bounty Bob. Gotta be careful here. Needs a full Mark W playthrough. I could try to beat it. I don't think I'm gonna beat it tonight. Oh, but it would be a good like when I try to beat a game for the first time on stream and it's fun and exciting like we did last week with Master of Magic. I could try to do something like that for this game. That might be cool, but I have to practice a little bit more probably offline. I was thinking about doing that kind of thing with Ghosts and Goblins, by the way. I was thinking maybe using emulator save states. I could practice each level, so I don't have to play from the beginning. But then live on a stream, I could try to just beat it from the beginning, so I can properly say, I can say I properly beat it. Ghosts and Goblins has been one of those games that I've never beaten as well. My wife's nieces, I guess that means they're my nieces too. This weekend, they were playing a lot of arcade games on my arcade cabinet. And, it was kind of funny watching them play Ghosts and Goblins, which was just totally wrecking them. It's a really hard game. They're not hardcore gamers, so it was like... To say they didn't beat the first level is like an understatement. It's like they didn't even get halfway through the first level. Damn it! They got like the brim of my hat. It's like, he touches me right here, and then I'm like... Alright. I would say it's a good attempt, but that's not what I'm feeling. It's definitely a hard game. Tricky game, that Miner 2049. But yeah, a lot of fun. Moving on, though. I want to keep moving on. I really want to play Gauntlet Attack, so let me do that right now. I do, yeah. So Cauldron says Commodore 64 Ghosts and Goblins has much better music than any other version. I know that version. I used to play it, yeah. He says Mark Cooksey, I didn't know the name of the composer, did a completely original tune. So much better than the arcade music. So here we are with Gauntlet, also known as Gauntlet Attack. And I've actually pulled up the manual of Gauntlet Attack. I think the version I have here is older because this is from before he did the rename essentially. So let's take a look at the manual briefly. Here we are, Gauntlet Attack. Excuse me, this is total indiness. Awesome. You can see 1987 here because that must be the year when he renamed it. Introduction. Why the name? Some of you have undoubtedly noticed the arcade game called Gauntlet. I have too, unfortunately. In order to avoid confusion with their game, I changed the name of mine. They're not worried about getting their game confused with mine. Some of you may not like the name Gauntlet Attack, but it keeps some amount of consistency. Besides, after 2 minutes after you start playing, you'll forget about the name entirely. This version of the game incorporates all of the wish list items everyone sent in, so I probably don't have the version with all these wish list items because it's an older version. And his wish list items were unlimited ammo. These glasses are fogging up. Let me just take them off. Unlimited ammo and variety of weapons. Yeah, I'm gonna have a much harder version if I have limited ammo. There's a hyperspace button. The game flow is smoother and the pace is faster. I kind of wish I did have this one now. Copyright notice. Copyright is spelled wrong. Blah, 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 blah. Loading the game. Yeah. Yeah, so this game lets you play it with some very strong variety of options. Hit and run means you can just tear through the level. You start at the left side of the screen. You have to make it to the right. There's another option though. Uh, hit and run. The other one is called Rampage, the alternative. And in that one, you have to destroy every single enemy on the screen before you can exit. Terrain type is another option. If you play normal, it's good. That's my synopsis. And if you play free space, which is the alternative, it's not as good. Uh, so yeah, joystick control, blah blah blah. You have several weapons. You got homing missiles, flares, tridex, shotgun, and nuke, and apparently bot as well. I guess I won't go through every one. But you can choose which of these weapons you start with, and I think you can find the rest later. I might be only have one secondary and that's it. Huh. So you press space to toggle between the two. Alright, so we're just flipping through this. Let's just play, I guess. You can press the X key to stop your ship. So again, we're using the keyboard in the middle of an action game. Hyperspace, I think I don't have in this version. This game's a lot of fun, though. It's probably one of my favorite for Atari 8-bit. And again, it's just one guy made it on his own. Here's some of the enemies, and each one has their own special AI. None of them are just like, I mean, any of them can give you a hard time. Let's put it that way. You'll see when I play. There's a lot of different kinds of enemies as well. Alright, let's do it. Do it. Yeah, my glass. It's actually more like smudges. I have these stupid. I don't know if you have glasses, right, Ryan? Those protective coatings. I think it's anti-glare coating. You just touch it once, accidentally you graze it, and it's got this oily smudge that is difficult to take off. So I'm just saying, screw it for now. This program is yours. Enjoy it. Gauntlet is marketed as user-supported software. This means that it is distributed by people like you, making copies. Let's skim through this. It's a 28K assembly language program that runs in a 48K machine. If you got Gauntlet from a BBS, renaming it to autorun.sys will make it boot automatically from disk. If you want to put Gauntlet on a BBS, I'd appreciate that. Please send it under the name gauntlet.obj so I can find it if I happen to be snooping around on that system. Play this game for a while. If you like it, you can send a donation to show your appreciation. I think I never had like a registered version, just this shareware, freeware, whatever you want to call it. Just send what you think the program is worth to you. Feel free to make comments and suggestions for improvement. And I think that's super cool because he listened to those and he listened to the suggestions and he implemented them. Imagine if you could just do that with like you know, I don't know, Nintendo or anything. You just say, can you put out a new version of the same game in Here's some money. You gave it to me for free, but I'll give you $10 because I liked it. And maybe this would be a good idea for you to change in the game design. And then they actually did that, gave you a new version. Anyway, that's pretty cool in my opinion. And here's the name and address: Donald R. LeBeau, P.O. Box 376, Pepperell, Massachusetts 01463. Please include a self-addressed stamped envelope for replies to your question. Remember when that was a common phrase? A self-addressed stamped envelope. But I guess with email, that's not really much of a thing anymore. Donations of $35 or more. I wish I had done this. Makes you a registered user. You basically receive a complete illustrated manual, a 6-play level feature packed registered version of Gauntlet, notices of new releases, entrance into the high score contest for a $1,000 prize. For every friend you get to register, you'll receive $5. It becomes a chain, like a pyramid scheme. And every 100th person registering will receive a check for $100. Wow, that's crazy. And Ryan said a lot of games and faces on Garmin are like that. I always send them money if I like what they made. Oh, that's awesome. I don't want to get to it. It keeps going, so let's blah, blah, blah. User groups are welcome to put Gauntlet in their public domain libraries. Yeah, I wish I had. I mean, I didn't own $35 back then, but I wish my older brother and my dad had registered it and we had a physical copy of the rules and stuff. That would have been awesome. Anytime you want to read the manual portion of this text, just reboot the game and press M, okay? That's the Gauntlet rules. Usually they ask for like the price of coffee. All right, so I'll go with novice. Now, back in the day, I used to not be able to beat this game, but I played it relatively recently, probably like 15 years ago. And I'm so old now that I can say 15 years is relatively recently. But I found it relatively easy. I just beat it. But I don't know if I had Gauntlet Attack or this one. I think this one might be harder because they only give you limited ammunition. But let's try playing novice. Yeah, novice or elite. Sorry, novice, normal, or elite. I'm gonna go with novice. Hit and run or rampage. I'll stick with hit and run. Game length. You can play all levels or just the first half or the second half. Weird options. And you can choose your secondary weapon. Missiles, flares, or tridecks. I'll just go with missiles. They're like homing missiles. Terrain, normal. Again, you can choose free space, which means there's no terrain. And to me, the terrain is half the challenge and fun of this game, so I don't play free space. I remember being able to tear through the game back in the day in free space mode, and it seems like a cop-out. So let's play normal. And we are all set to begin. F4. Yeah. It looks like my spaceship is disappearing sometimes, which isn't normal. It didn't used to do that on the original hardware. But with these simple X-like creatures, if you get close to them, they can give you a problem, but you can just take pot shots at them on a simple level like this. And the cool thing is this terrain, you can blast through it. So there's actually some levels where you have like a thin wall, and to get into a cavern, you have to blast your way through it. So you can do something like that. And you can pretty much die by crashing into the terrain. These guys are aggressive, so they're annoying. I don't like how my ship is disappearing. Again, it's probably the emulator. I just took some damage. You can see at the bottom there's a damage, which is basically my hit points. With each screen you pass, you do get a little bit healed. But overall, you have to try to not get damaged. Obviously, but I mean, there's no like healing bonuses or anything like that. So it's kind of important to play well. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, the emulator is causing a lot of like flicker and stuff. It doesn't normally do that. Unless I'm just misremembering. I don't know. I feel like when I played this again like 15 years ago, I didn't have this issue, so it was either a different emulator or a different ROM or whatever. But I'm gonna stop complaining and just enjoy it. So right now I'm using the bolts, which are unlimited, but I do have that secondary weapon with missiles. Oh. Okay, I got through that tough guy. Oh. Geez, that was a surprise. Yeah. There's some surprise little artillery and stuff hiding in the trains. An interesting game, very neat. Oh. gotta keep your eyes peeled sometimes down the terrain. Just gonna do this. Yeah, you can see actually, yeah, see where those guys are? Those were little, like, purplish blobs. They were artillery on the ground. I used to call these guys the hot dogs. They look kind of like hot dogs. They shoot missiles. I think that's exactly what my missile looks like. Let me try to see if I can switch to it. Here's the missile. I only have 10 though. See, that tracks them down and kills them. Oh no, I actually have 15. Okay. Back to my bolts though. Alright. Check the ground. Brian says you're not running a gauntlet. I'm glad he changed the name. Okay. Well, sometimes it does feel like that, because if you play in the hit and run mode, which I'm doing, you're allowed to just plow through it. You don't have to kill everybody. That was dumb. I crashed into it. So sometimes a level is just so dangerous that you're just running through it, or flying through it, just for your life. Now, these guys I always thought looked like those triangular 3-tip markers where you have like a highlighter on each end, maybe like a different colored highlight. And there's yellow, your blue, and your green. So these guys are the highlighters to me. I'm trying to remember if it's actually worth killing them all though. I guess you probably just get more points. Oof, 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 oof. Jake, what's going on? Why am I stuck going down? Holy crap. I couldn't move up. Not sure what happened there, but I couldn't move back up. And as you can dig through terrain like that, as you can see, but you take a ton of damage as it happens. Not sure what was going on. I was pressing up, and it didn't register. I was like stuck. Hey Stu. Stu says, what did I miss? I went out to eat. A bunch of games. I played Atari 8-bit, Miner 2049er, Space Invaders, Asteroid, Orc Attack, some random stuff. Stu said, nobody told me I'd be missing this. Okay, I'm going to play Gauntlet Attack again. Or this is the original version called Gauntlet. Try to do a little better this time. This is one of my favorites back in the day. And as we talked about earlier, this is kind of a labor of love of one guy. It was like an early shareware game, I guess you could say. You know, you would register optionally to get extra goodies. I'm not sure why I got stuck going down. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. So it looks like you can accumulate more ammo, by the way. I'm not sure how you get that. Oof. Okay. Ryan says he called the game number on Stu's stream too. Yeah, so I was playing, was it the Miner? Yeah, it was Miner 2049er, and he called the number that was in the credits. It no longer is in service, however. Surprise, surprise. Come on, you little X. Shoot the guy. I think I got a direct hit, but he won't die. What's going on there? Let's go from above. There we go. Ah! My ship is disappearing. Okay. It's my cloaking device. My unintentional cloaking device. I switched to missiles by accident. Too close for guns. The space bar toggles your weapon. There's an artillery guy in the ground. You can see him. A little purplish blob. I think I got him. Here's our hot dog friend again. Ah. Okay, let's get out of the way. So our damage is 45. Okay, that's a good thing. Damage is hit points. So you want high. It's kind of an interesting way to phrase it, though. As your damage increases, your health is stronger. Should I just go? Let me try just going. I don't know what the... Do I get less of a bonus? I don't think so. You can just do that. That's maybe where the name Gauntlet comes from. Kind of running the gauntlet if you don't fight everybody. Okay, this is where I died because I got stuck going down for some reason. Oof. So he's kind of around a corner-ish, so let's use a missile. Get him, missile. Get him, get him. Yes, nice. Alright. Oh. Artillery dude at the bottom. They blend in, they're like camouflage. I like it a lot. Missiles. Oh. I think my own missile hit me. He took it out. He took out my missile. That jerk. Ah, mother. Let's gauntlet it. Gauntlet. Ugh. Get back, get back, get back, get away. Okay. Any artillery hanging out? There's one. Get away, get away. Rain hell from above. Ah, get away. Where's that damn space bar? Yeehaw. Each enemy has their own pattern. There's a lot of them. Oof. Yeah, so bouncing against the edge that can give you trouble. Okay, the pain if I recall. Let's shoot some missiles at him. Still alive. Or another two, how about? Nice. Oh. What are my missiles doing? Kill it, thank you. Brian said, I just realized you're going left to right. I thought it was a new scenario each time you killed everything. Oh, yeah, I literally explained that, right? Okay. Unless you play the rampage mode, in which case you do have to kill everything. This is called the hit and run mode. And you can kill everything, like right here. I'm tempted to just dig through this and kill the guy, but I'm going to skip it. And also, as I mentioned earlier, the original game didn't have this flickering or the guy disappearing, my ship disappearing. So there's something wrong with the emulator or this version. Yeah, that's what I've been saying, Ryan. Running the gauntlet. Charging through. Avoiding the enemies, trying to get to the end. But sometimes you can't resist just killing everybody because it's fun. It was shareware, Stu. Yes, we went over all of that. yeah, we went through the whole manual, and this was made by a single guy in Massachusetts, and kind of a labor of love. And I guess he was hoping to make a few bucks too, but mostly it seemed like a labor of love. Yeah, this is one of my favorites back in the day for Atari 8-bit. I'm regretting we never bought the full color printed manual though. Alright, shoot them with missiles. Heh. I've only got 5 missiles left though. I just got 3 more for some reason. I think it's every increment of 10,000 points you get some more ammo, perhaps. Oof, that was rough. Yep, this was Gauntlet. This is Gauntlet. This is the Gauntlet I always knew and loved. And then I heard, hey, Atari made a game called Gauntlet. I was like, huh, that's funny they could use the same name. But this was renamed to Gauntlet Attack in response to that. Simply because Donald did not want to go up against Atari in any legal context, even though his game came first. You can actually press the X key to stop. Otherwise, you kind of have a lot of inertia. But you can stop by pressing the X key. I kind of awkwardly have my pinky on the X key as I'm holding my modern gamepad. Kind of funny. Ah, crap. This little hidden guy, so you can see the little blob of color in the ground. I can actually hide in here or get a breather, but there's like a guided missile waiting right there. That sucks. Better just run the gauntlet. Wish I could see my damn ship. Almost dead, folks. This could be the end of Batman and Robin. I mean, of me. Let's see what you guys are saying. I'll check in a minute. Probably gonna die soon. Let's just leave those guys be. I'll be chicken. I think it's good, isn't it? Or I can do that. Crap. Rod. Hey. Sometimes they design the levels deviously like this. I wonder if I could just plow through the top right here if I really wanted to be cheesy. Now you can see why I don't like the free space mode, because that just cheeses out. Free space removes all the terrain, and it's like not the same game. It's just not good. I don't know. Let's see if I can. Last to the left, and next thing I know, I'm dead. All right, that's Gauntlet Attacker, aka Gauntlet. I do like that game quite a bit. It is beatable. I didn't beat it back in the day, but I beat it like about 15 years ago again. And Stu said he got a notification. Christ, Polio, Nathaniel Bliss, home, blah blah, has subscribed to you on YouTube. Okay. So as long as we're talking about Gauntlet, I'm going to play a little bit of the game that was the direct inspiration for the Gauntlet games that everybody knows and loves. This is one of the few games that I'm aware of that used all 4 joystick ports on Atari. And this is an Atari Program Exchange game. By the way, I've been showing Stu some various manuals and cassette tapes and stuff as long as I'm sitting here. And I do have an Atari Program Exchange magazine in my hands. User written software for Atari personal computer system. So basically, this was a community exchange thing where anyone, any random Joe would make their programs and they would exchange and sell them. And that spawned the direct inspiration for the game Gauntlets that became the mega hit that everybody knows and loves. Maybe not everybody loves it. And this actually has random reviews and things like that. I don't want to spend too much time flipping through the magazine. Here's a game called, we have Sleazy Adventure and Sultan's Palace. Sleazy Adventure, recommended for teenagers and adults, written in BASIC. Here we have Sultan's Palace. This is an R-rated adventure. What's going on here with all these R-rated things? Stu has those both figures. You like that game, Softcore Adventure, so I'm not surprised. I actually remember this one called Babel. Also Avalanche while we're at it. I thought Babel was very neat. Maybe I should play that if I have it. Avalanche was kind of a, I think it was a breakout style game. It used the paddle. I wonder if this has source code listings too. It might. By the way, these computers, these Atari 8-bits, this is where I got my start on programming. I started by typing in programs in BASIC for magazines, and that kind of sparked it all for me. And you know that I program as a profession today. Long story short, but this is the beginning for me. Typing on a screen that looked just like this one you see before you, with the kind of light blue on blue, and I literally typing code. You know, each character was as big as what you see here, and there was no real editor. It was like typing at a prompt. You would say like, you know, line 10, print blah blah blah, and it was kind of surprising that it was feasible to even program that way. And Stu says I have Avalanche. Not sure about Babel, but I probably do. All right, so let's try a little Dandy. And one thing that's cool here is you can read here. It says Dandy is a user extendable real-time animated adventure game for a team of 1 to 4 players. This diskette contains a sample dungeon, so that's the part I like. You could create your own dungeons. A lot of old school computer games for like Atari and Commodore, they have like level editors and stuff. That was really neat. If you wish to use one of your own dungeons, insert it now. If you're going to create a new dungeon, insert the blank format of this now. That's really, I always thought that was really cool. I used to spend so much time with level editors back in the day. So many different games. Mr. Robot was one of them. Adventure Construction Set was a huge one. If I could count how many hours I spent making levels, making whole adventures for Adventure Construction Set, I'd be scared to see the numbers. But so many games I would make levels for. And Stu says he does not have Dandy. So Stu's a big collector of old school games, and he does not have Dandy, so he would like to have that one. But I'm just gonna play the default level. Yeah, it's a 4-player. Wow, isn't that cool? Obviously, I only have one of me tonight. Maybe tomorrow I'll have 4 of me. Let's start. So you're this guy. I'm just a number 1 essentially, and it doesn't even have smooth animation. It's like just moving a block, 1 tile at a time. And I used to program games in that style. It's just 1 block at a time because it was kind of beyond me to do anything better than that. But these enemies, each shape is just the number of hits it takes. So I think these humanoid-looking people above me, that means they take 1 hit. This happy face might be 2, and this ugly face might be 3. So when you actually hit the 3, it would downgrade into this happy face. They actually change shape as you hit them. Eat at Joe's. I don't know what it's gonna say. So you shoot the arrows like that. Direct inspiration for Gauntlet. Yeah, you can see those happy faces took damage and they transformed. And these guys took 3 shots. All right. I'm trying to remember if this has generators, like monster generators. Do I want to get these hearts? Oh, I can't get them. Can I shoot them? I guess I can. Oh, what happened there? It looks like monsters came out when I shot it, and it took some damage because I was right on top of them. So I have 70% health, as you can see at the top. Do I want to shoot those? Here's a lock. I don't have a key though. I wonder if I can like hit my space bar to like use a bomb or a potion or whatever. Let's try it. It makes a sound when I hit space, so I'm wondering if it can do something. I just don't have the potions or whatever I need. But something responds when I hit space. Whoa. The money kind of blocks them. Warrior needs food badly. One thing that sucks about Gauntlet comes. Oh, look at the potion. Come to think of it, is shall I use it? No, it didn't work. Oh, what happened? The game locked up? No, space is paused apparently. Okay. So how do I use the potion? Can I? P? Nah. Everyone knows that feeling from Gauntlet when you have this mob behind a door. And so you open the door and just run for your life. Oh, I can't shoot. Okay. Come on. Oh, down to 30%. I have a bomb. It says bomb one at the top. What do I press to do that? B. No. No such luck. That would be too easy. It's not space. It's not B. It might be key like option, or I don't want to accidentally hit like reset or something. Oh, I didn't hit reset though, but I hit select, either select or option, and apparently it does that. All right. Well, that's wanted to show what the game is like. I'm not really into playing it that much, honestly. But that's what Dandy looks like, and it's an important game historically because, again, that's the direct inspiration for Gauntlet. Not Gauntlet Attack, but for Gauntlet. What else is there to play today? Let's see. I have some random games on a list that I thought might be cool to play. By the way, if you like this stream so far, please hit the like button. Oh yeah, here's a game I wanted to play. It's our buddy Arturo in the house. Please chime in, Arturo, if you're here. And Stu says he's in the process of having Ryan canceled and doxed. But until Ryan chimes in, I'm going to play something else. You probably know Arturo. Ryan, what game I'm thinking for playing for Arturo. But let's play something else for now. Here's a game that I used to have that most people don't remember. And it's called Protector, and I always thought it was pretty cool. It's from 1981 by Synapse Software. And that it's not a knockoff of Defender, but it's inspired by it. But the funny thing is, other knockoffs of Defender, such as the one that I have around here somewhere for Vectrex, they use the name Protector. And there's also a game by Atari on Jaguar called Protector that's kind of a Defender knockoff. So it's like, it seems like perhaps 3 developers independently said, hey, I'm going to make a game like Defender. Let's call it Protector. Nobody's done that before. But I think these guys here, Synapse Software, were the first to do so. This is 1981, which I believe is the year after Defender came out, so pretty shortly after Defender. Might be the same year even, 1981. But in this game, yeah, you have people you're trying to rescue, and the aliens are like trying to drop them in a volcano or something like that. I used to think this was really cool, and this is not a game I've played in ages. A lot of times these games I've like played since the emulation era, but this one I have not. I was never able to find it. So press option for number of ships. I can change level too. Let's go back to level 1. Yeah, let's go with 5 ships. That sounds good. Alright, let's start. I can't remember what the heck I'm doing. On this ship is called like the Needle or something like that. And they give you some tight corridors here. Okay. I have to shoot these. I guess it couldn't hurt. Oh, I guess it could hurt. That's right, the ambulance comes and picks you up when you die. Oh! Okay, so we gotta be careful. You do accelerate quite quickly. You start going very fast. So you got these pyramids on the ground that you can't crash into. Time's a wasting as you go. I think that sound we just heard was someone. Oh, I just killed one. I think that might have been someone getting killed by an enemy or dropped into the volcano. There's like a ship that comes by there. I don't think you can kill it. Yeah, you just gotta rescue the people. Oh, no! Put it down. Yeah, how do I pick him up? That's the question. There, I got one. Okay, where do I bring him? I don't remember. I guess I gotta bring it to the left, but I want to see what's to the right first anyway. There's the volcano. Yeah, this ship is just dropping them in a volcano one by one. Okay, that's right. I can drop them here. Cool, I got one. Saves. Oh! Crashed into the ship. Yeah, someone just fell into the volcano. That was a very brutal game. This guy... Oh. Oh, I think I killed one by dropping him. So when you shoot, you drop them. So you have to not shoot while you're trying to save an individual person. You need something like a cargo ship. I can't really hold anybody here. So let's go a little lower so I don't crash into the ship. And unfortunately that guy is doomed. There's nothing I can do. He's going into the volcano. Actually, I wonder if you could catch him in midair or something like that. Let me try that. I'm going to rescue one more and then try to get one midair. I don't know if you can, but... Oh! I like how the ambulance immediately zooms over. I used to think this game was great, though. And it's cool that I finally am able to play it again after so many years. Oh! And I think I'm worse than I was ever back then. The end. Oh, did I not rescue anyone, you think? Stu says... It says people at base 0. I don't think you successfully rescued anyone. Okay, so I have to look into that, play around a little more. And Cauldron says... We were speaking of artwork earlier. If you've never seen Hiro Kimura's artwork for Pac-Man on Atari 400, 800, it's one of my favorite pieces of cover art for any game. Pac-Man looks really odd and awesome. I think I might have that one somewhere. Not with me right now, though. Let me try this again. I didn't rescue anybody, apparently. I don't know if I should care about those lasers. They just seem to be there. You gotta move fast, right? I think it's better to start with the right, because that'll delay the ship, right? For every greater distance it has to go. It'll be a little bit of a delay. So what do I do then if I didn't save them? I thought it was you have to drop it. Oh! Okay. I thought you had this vague memory of just dropping them on this building, but maybe there's more buildings to the right that qualify as the base. But yeah, it looks like I didn't go through all of the dangerous stuff yet. Just picked up a guy by accident. Let's just go with it. I do wish it kind of didn't put you so close to the edge. Oh, I killed a guy by crashing into the building. Because you accelerate very fast, so I have to keep tapping it like this because I don't have much leeway on the edge of the screen that's I'm scrolling towards, you know what I mean? So let's just keep going. So it looks like there are more things to avoid past these buildings. Oh. Jeez. Okay, I just killed the guy again. What is this? I'm assuming I'm gonna die if I touch it. Yep. Just had to try it anyway. The end. And you can see that ship is dropping the last person into the volcano. Alright, one more time. I'm trying to, like, go a little bit faster, but it's really hard. You just accelerate so fast. You just have to keep tapping it, basically. Okay, I'm gonna actually try rescuing one midair, like I was saying a moment ago. See if I can do that. Probably very challenging to get it right. Because probably you kill them if they land on top of you. Let's try it. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Alright. Just trying to figure out how to rescue a person. I really thought it was those skyscrapers, and I hit a barrier, so... Maybe you have to drop them at the bottom, and you go in the building? Can I pick them up again? No? Okay, so that guy just screwed then? I don't understand. Alright, let's try this again. This move that won't work. Nah. Wait, is he there? Is he okay still? Hey, I got him! Somehow. So let's try dropping him... I don't know. This one's differently colored. Maybe there's something special about it. Let's try right here. That's probably too high. He's gonna die. No, he's alive. He's not considered at the base. Either. That guy was... I'm gonna try to... I don't know, did he just land lucky? I don't know. Okay, that guy went through. He was in the same spot, though. The last guy didn't. Maybe somehow I like, pulled him up at the last second. He was able to hang on. If we're getting imaginative. So, let's see what are you guys saying. Go to your home. Are you too good for your home? Should I bring him back to my home? Maybe you're right. Maybe I just bring him back to the home. I feel like that's too close, though. It's like right there. But hey, maybe that's it. This guy's gonna get killed right here because he's gonna touch. I don't know Happy Gilmore, sorry. Alright, no, this isn't gonna work. Alright, maybe I'll just save everybody some effort. Drop them into the volcano myself. Here we go. Ready? Yay! Who are we kidding? Let's just get it over with. I'm gonna try to save this guy again. Dude, I read like 5 messages. What do you want me to do? If there are like 10 of them, I'm not gonna read them all. A real-time game that I can't pause. Alright, I got him. But he's not at the base still. What about this one? It's glowing, it's special. Nobody's at the base still. Oh well, it's over. Let's find the manual. Maybe that explains it. Projector, synapse, software. If I can't find it really quick, I'll just move on. But... There we go. Laser traps. Let's see. Can we zoom in a little bit? Oh, okay. There we go. I get somewhere in between with the zoom level. Okay, objects of the game. Let's see if we can zoom in on just the left side. Can we scroll? Oh, what is this horrible interface? Alright, now I can read it. The object of the game is to transport all 18 people from the city under attack by the Fraxalin slime hordes. To the city of New Hope on the other side of the volcano, yeah, and then to the safety of the Verdant Fortress. Oh, there's multiple phases to it, basically. In order to transport people from one city to another, you must hook each person one at a time by passing immediately above the person that you wish to lift. A small white dot on the left side of the figure will shift down to indicate that you have hooked them. Then you can proceed to carry them to their destination. In order to drop the person, press fire, blah blah blah. All the people must be registered in the city of New Hope before the barrier to the Verdant Fortress will be lowered. Okay, so it's a 2-step process, or at least 2 steps. It's possible in some of the easier levels to catch people as they're dropped into the volcano. This requires great skill and timing, and should only be attempted after you gain the necessary needle fighter experience. People may not be dropped on top of each other, as you will crush one of the people if you attempt to do this. That's basically the idea. I gotta move them to the city, and then that barrier will come down, and we can deliver them to the base. Alright, let's see. You know, if I could just catch them all reliably mid-volcano, I mean, that's everything. I can get everybody that way. Just picked one up accidentally. Okay, that's one. Volcano boy's got one. You know, let's try to rescue him. Let's do it. I'm gonna do it. Bring it on, Jerko. Got him. Oh! Okay, I dropped him because I pressed in on my analog stick, which triggers fire, basically. But I picked him up again. Hooray. Oh! The beam gets you. Okay. Guess I should have expected that. Yeah, Ryan asked about Scientology having a thing about people in volcanoes. I missed that one. Oh well. I don't think I need to put them on separate buildings, but for some reason I feel like doing that anyway. Spread them out a little bit. Okay, let's go for a rescue attempt. Again. Yeah. That one didn't explode, he just kind of dropped in. I need a real joystick for this one, I think. Need some precise movements. Oh! The end. Alright, at least I know what to do, I just suck. Alright. So, what are we gonna play next? Does anybody have any suggestions? Otherwise, I'll pick something. Arturo did not chime in yet. Oh, here's a game that I like that I would like to play again, and I have not played in a long time. And that is called Astro Chase. I used to have this on cartridge, but I found I didn't have it in the 2-set collection. But I can load the disc nonetheless. This is called the Seizure intro screen. What's happening here? Okay. And it's used with your ship, the needle dick is good at catching people in midair and bad at everything else. How are they gonna play? Astro Chase, yeah. That's a game called Astrology. Maybe it'll tell me my sign. Try this one. Ryan asks, is a Living Daylights Bond game? I am not aware. Yeah, I guess this ROM is toast. I'm not giving up yet, though, because I want to play this game. This one has double D. Let's play that one. This is by First Star Software, if you couldn't tell. Here we go. Is it working, though? Now it's spasming out. Oh, well. Yeah, time to give up, unfortunately. Okay, no Astro Chase tonight, I guess. What about a little, here's a game that I heard was really good, a shoot 'em up game, but I'd never played it before. And it is called Last Squadron. So let's try that one. Guess it would help if I owned it, or had it. Alright, so I guess no Last Squadron either. Okay, here we go. Abracadabra is a game I remember owning, but it's a kind of obscure and weirdo game, if I recall correctly. Here we go, Abracadabra by TG Software. Start to begin. Okay, we got these wizards who are going to give me a hard time, and I'm this happy guy. I'm going to shoot them and make them go poof. There's a bomb. I made the bomb go poof. Should I be getting the bombs? I don't know. Put the key in the lock. And now there's a holy hand grenade up there. As the walls shift around, trying to trap me. Okay, I gotta get out of this. Come on, come on. Ah. Snake appeared. Cool, I got the holy hand grenade. Do I have to escape with it? Is that the point? Alright. Okay, I'm gonna try getting a bomb. It might kill me. It kills me. Okay. Oh, he appeared on top of me, that cheater. Right. I couldn't move right. I don't know why. Can't move right still. Okay. That guy turned into a spider, or did the bomb turn into a spider? I don't know. Let's get out of here. In any case. Stu asked if I'm peeing on them. I think so. There's a magical chalice or something up there. Some of these, yeah, sometimes I guess it's a bonus thing. If you leave the level with certain objects, I guess it gives you a bonus, but I'm not really noticing the score. Oh, there's a bomb under the lock. I saw it at the last second. Let me try again. Around. No, it's not called Water Sports Willy Stew, it's called Abracadabra. I guess because wizards. The wizards just kind of mindlessly wander around. And they teleport once in a while. And sometimes they're really mean and teleport right on top of you, very cheaply. Hey, look, it's a guitar pick. Pick of destiny we've escaped with. Oh no, it's a skull of doom. I assume it's of doom. Can't be a good skull. Can I shoot it? Bet it's invincible. Nope. It's totally killable. Let's get the heck out of here. Ah, these damn walls. How do I get out now? Here's a chalice or martini glass. I mean, these guys are wandering around like zombies. Typically zombies, when they see you, they go into like a rage mode, but these guys just wander around. Getting shot. Or as Stu says, getting peed on. They don't seem to care. There's a candelabra or something. Nora. The walls are just annoying. I mean, I get the challenge that they add, but I don't know. Obviously, it's not a great game, but just annoying. Especially when I was trapped in one for a while. Like, I was trapped in all four directions, so I just had to wait around like a moron. I guess I'm a moron for playing the game in the first place. But this is just a title I remember. I couldn't remember much about it though. So I thought it would be fun to try. Oh, apparently I touched that skull. I thought I didn't. Oh, alright, I think I'm done here. Alright, so that's some Abracadabra. And since Arturo doesn't seem to be around, I'm just going to play Bonk. So this is a game called Bonk that I'm going to try. It has nothing to do with Bonk the Caveman, but I just thought it was funny that there's a game called Bonk. So let's try it. Could be total garbage. It's a total crapshoot, which means it's probably garbage. Bonk, copyright 1984 by Jim Hague. Level 1. Okay, let's press start on level 1. Yeah, this is not Bonk the Caveman. What do I do? Oh, I touched the wall, so I'm dead. So we got these spinning stars on this little dude with just legs and no arms and no body. Just a head with legs. What do I have to do? Get a key and open these doors or something? I just walk through them. Just tear a hole through the green walls. And I can get these diamonds that are glowing. But the blue wall is killing me. What's an F? F freezes everybody, okay. Oh. Why is it called Bonk, though? Okay, see you later, Ryan. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, these guys are actually actively chasing me. So Ryan says, my wife is home. Bye, cyber friend. See ya, Ryan. Yeah, so this is Bonk. I'll give it another try, but I don't know about Bonk. It's certainly not Bonk's adventure, nor is it Bonk's revenge. Let's try beating a level at least. There we go. This should do it. Yay, level 2. Okay. Ah, those guys are right on top of you before you can survey the landscape. I have a lot of trouble moving straight in tight quarters with this controller, unfortunately. I need to get my hands on a real old school style joystick. Oh, alright, I'm done. Stu says, random comment, I became a million miler on Delta today. Wow. That's impressive. Does that really mean a million miles? That can't be that many. Unless you do a ton of traveling. Alright, yeah, what else is there? There's a lot of stuff, but what are we going to play? Should we try a little Star Raiders? BC's Quest for Tires? No, I'm going to load a really stupid game that I just to satisfy nostalgia like I did with Abracadabra. Actually, I don't know if I own this. I do. Okay, it's called Popcorn. This is a game that I recall having And I think it might have been a magazine title. I'm not sure. But it's a very simple game. Could have easily been a basic game or something. It's called Popcorn by Mark and Kathy Slotman. Quest for Tires? Sure, I'll play Quest for Tires right after this too. Alright, this is popcorn. All you do is you catch popcorn. You're this arm holding a platter, I guess. You have to catch the popcorn. Ooh. It's moving very strangely. I wonder if it's intended for a paddle. I don't think it is, though. Aldrin said they should have had the song Popcorn on the title screen. I agree. Yeah, it's basically a rip-off of Kaboom. And nothing spectacular. Okay, I couldn't move left. I don't know what's going on. I think I have to have the direction quite perfect or it gets stuck, kind of. So again, it's using this weird analog control. Also, the D-pad doesn't work in this emulator. It refuses to acknowledge it, so I have to use this analog stick all the time. So that's something I gotta correct. I gotta find a better joystick. I can't go left. Alright, screw it. I can't even control it, so. But as you can see, the hook comes when you drop too many. Actually, let me show you the guy who fires you when you die. Now, I have a memory of playing this game. Watch this. This is a stupid little story. This game was my first exposure to the term "you're fired." I must have been like 3, 4 years old. That's how young I was playing these games, and I thought this guy was shooting you because fired sounds like firing a gun. So from that point on, for like until I wisened up, I thought that when somebody said you're fired or this guy got fired at his job, that it meant that somebody was shooting them. So this game, this game confused a poor little Mark W for a while. But let us play a little bit of Quest for Tires before I get too frustrated with the controllers and just give up for the evening. BC, BC like this. Yeah, we go. BC's Quest for Tires. This was one of the first games I had for Atari 8-bit. Programmed by Chuck Benton, 1983, Sierra Online. Alright. This game has fun, cartoony graphics. Playing? I guess so. So you can move a little to the side while you're jumping. I'm pressing up to jump. And you can kind of go horizontally a little bit too. Got to duck under these. This is another game that I haven't played in decades. For a lot of these games, you know, sometime since roughly the year 2000, I would have played it on an emulator. But messed up. But a lot of these games I just literally haven't played in decades, and this is one of them. Oh, they put you right on top of the logs. Excuse me. Oh yeah, you gotta jump across these, okay. Man, you gotta get the timing right so the club doesn't hit you. I'm remembering that now. Okay, let's think about this. If I start going about now, it should be good. There we go. I feel like, yeah, you can adjust the speed. I forgot about that. Well, you probably get like more points or something. So if you hold the button and go right, you can go faster. Oh, I think there might be some moments when you have to do that. So I was just trying to go jump and move to the right like I've been doing, but the right didn't work there. Are you kidding me? Right, let's try again. I think I'm dead. One more life, maybe? Jeez. Alright. Yeah, I used to be able to complete that, but obviously not anymore. Let's try again. Let's do this. You need the speed later. Yeah, that rings a bell. You need the speed later. There's also a sequel to this game, Grog's Revenge or something like that. Oh. Stu said, "Do you see what I said about Chuck Bent?" And he made the softcore adventure game. Okay, interesting. So this speeds up to speed 40, by the way, as soon as you're on the screen. So a guy went from making a really terrible. Sometimes I'm jumping when I don't intend to. That's the thing. It wasn't my timing off. It's like I let go of ducking and it makes me pop up. So I'm just gonna. I know I'm complaining about the controller, but I really gotta get a better one. All right, this is great for modern games. Jump, sucker. I wonder what this character's name is. I don't remember her. Yeah, the comic is pretty terrible. The comic strip. Once in a while it was funny, you know, but like maybe 1% of the time. Help, help. Stu said this is better on Commodore. I think I had it on both computers, but I mostly played the Atari one. I had it first. I don't really remember the difference. Here's the Dookie Bird. I think you have to speed up for the Dookie Bird. Is that his name? That's what I used to call him. And you have to like jump on him. You have to get speed and then jump on him to go over a big pit, if I recall correctly. I think it's coming. Yeah! Let's slow down now. Give me a Dookie. I like how his hair stays up in the air a little bit when he jumps. Oh! For some reason I'm expecting the turtle to jump on again. Oh, that is crap. Come on, give me a second to orient. At least that one didn't hit me. I guess it gives you like a half second of invulnerability or something. So I guess I have to speed up. I'm trying to remember how this works. Speed up for this. Jump? No. Maybe I wasn't fast enough. And Stu said that's where you need the speed. Okay, maybe it's not the bird then. I'll give it one more try. Let me just play. Who cares about initials in a game where you can't save? Like, that was always weird to me. When a game would let you enter your initials, but it doesn't actually save the high score. And maybe this game does save it for all you know. Most games didn't have a save feature just for high scores. They would have a save feature if you could save your progress or something like that. So do you not have to have the speed with the birds too? Do you remember? I mean, the bird, Stu says for the bird, I don't think it matters. Okay, so I'll just take it easy with the bird and then speed up for that pit if I get to it again. Alright. Not fucking pressing down. Holy crap. Yeah, it's just... Okay, I'm done. There's just no way. No way I'm gonna retain my sanity here. Alright, what else we played? How about this game called Quasimodo that I've never played? Or Hover Bobber. Star Raiders. Pitfall 2. Pitfall 2 is too long. Joust, Seamus, Star Wars, Pharaoh's Curse. Do any of these sound good? Steve said that wasn't fair. No kidding. Yeah, pretty sure on the Commodore 64 version it doesn't start you right next to a hazard. Yeah. I don't even remember that. I mean, it could be just something like, you know, there's a lot of things that if you were a kid playing games in the 80s, you just kind of accepted. That's how games are. Now, today we have this, you know, decades of experience of what and you know, gradually improving game design, and you know, you could say, well, that's BS if a game makes you just die due to a hazard instantly. Um, but yeah, Stu recommends spare change, so let's try that. Yeah, we played Seamus on the Commodore Suite about 2 weeks ago, called her. But I could play it on this machine too. Let's play some spare change. I played that on Commodore. I never played it on Atari. This is a quirky and silly game. I like it. You're basically in this arcade and there's these robots harassing you. Dan and Mike, no, that's the credits. Program Software presents, by the way. Spare change by Mike and Dan. What was it, Zelter or something? Am I playing? No. Yes, you're like in this arcade and you have to get these tokens in that box. And these monsters, which I guess are called Zerks, are harassing you. You can distract them by making them dance, by putting like a coin in the jukebox or a coin in the popcorn machine. They get fascinated by that. I think you can call them on the phone or something too when they talk. They try to steal the money in the piggy bank, I guess. And I'm trying to remember what the cash register is for. You get billed, okay. You can put them in the token machine, okay, to make more tokens happen. I'm trying to remember, do you put stuff in the piggy bank or is that them? It looks like they threw a token to the piggy bank and it bounced out of play. Let's just go for it. Okay. Now get back here, jerk. Can you like beat him up or something, or did he kill you? Okay, he put one in the piggy bank. I guess we're trying to avoid that. Let's make them dance because they're like getting a lot of tokens already. You know, I think we tend to like whatever computer had the version that we're most familiar with. But I feel like the Commodore one had cooler music. But again, I think we just kind of tend to have a bias for these things, like the first one we played or the one that we knew the most. Alright, let's get more tokens. You get 5 tokens in the piggy bank, the game is over, says Stu. Okay. What happens if there's no tokens on the screen? They can't get any? Or can they rob the storage area? I think I'm doing it right. I just kind of have to keep putting them in there. Put $1. Oh, they got some. How'd they get some? They're from the jukebox? They can rob you. Oh crap, those jerks. Where's the popcorn machine? I guess not on this level. Let's use another token in the jukebox. Aldrin says C64 usually does have better music. Yeah. That one's out. Oh, that's right, they can run out of tokens. So I have to use a different token machine. I was wondering why I should use different ones, because I was like, yeah, that one's right there. Might as well use it. This one's close too, though. Okay, it looks like the Zerk show thing open, which means, I don't know what, can I just leave the level then? Where's Zerk show? Yeah, I left the level. Okay, I guess I could get a higher score if I try to stash more tokens. Stu says, ideally you want to fill up your whole thing before going into the Zerk show. Okay. Yeah, I guess you get more points. Oh, you can't. Oh, I'm on level 1 still. I see. And Stu says you can't beat the level otherwise. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Cool. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, this is another game I literally haven't played in decades. But it's cool. It's a ridiculous game. Ridiculous is always good. Let's get another $1 from the cash register. Put something in there. Let's start a jukebox again, I guess. No, I'm not trying to go there. Come on. Ah! I'm running low on dollar bills, I see. Stu said technically now you got 1 money bag at the bottom for having 1 coin at the top when you went into the Zerk. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to juggle things. Yeah, they stole one of those jerks. Call the cops on these guys. Yeah, sure. Kind of low on money, so I don't know. I couldn't follow the whole conversation, but I think I'm just gonna put a few in here. And then go to the Zerk show, I guess. Yeah, I'm out of money, so I guess that's my only option at this point. I think you can find a coin in the phone sometimes. Now, what does the safe do, actually? You can't open this. Oh, you fill the register. Oh, what did I just do? Looking away and putting it in the token machine, I guess. Oh, they're stealing shit. Well, I'm distracted, those jerks. Okay, so safe refills the register, cash refills the token machines. Alright. Got it. Spare change. Jerk, can you, like, touch them and get it? Yeah, you can. Okay, you can take it from them by just touching them. That's actually good, because I was, like, feeling like I should be able to do that. But the jerk stole another one. No, you jerks. Should be called the Jerk Show. The Jerk Star called. They're running out of you. Oh, he tossed it to his friend. Did you see that? Just as I was about to steal to him. It's like basketball strategy here. I'm just gonna fill it up, even though I don't need. I might not need to. I don't know. Did he get one? What happened to it? Get back here! No, no, no! He got one in the piggy bank. Stop stealing, you jerks! Oh, yeah. Just get two more. Okay, I'm not really. I'll just try that. Put the two in. I'm not sure of the timing of when you're saying that, but go down, come on. Oh, crap. Ah. I'm gonna go and hopefully that's it. I don't know if I did it right. Okay, I got some money bags. I'm still level 1. Alright, so I guess he was talking about, like, at a different moment in time before they had stolen some more. Ah, shoot. I'm gonna get it back from these jerks. Oh, it's like I grab a token and then they... Oh yeah, why am I not using the jukebox more? Alright, let's try to get this done. Stop it, I'm going down! You missed. I got lucky, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna hope this is enough. I don't really know the logic here. I guess every X token is a bag of money. I don't know. Yay! The assist. I saw a video of this maybe a few years ago. As one of those jerks who plays retro games, maybe I won't say he's a jerk, but he doesn't seem to like want to play them in good faith. He'll be like, "Oh, this game blows so hard." Like he doesn't even attempt to see the good sides of it or anything. It was kind of frustrating to watch because I was like being nostalgic for it, but it was like he was just trash talking it. It was like his first time playing it. Then at the end he said something like, "Well, that was a waste of time." Alright. Sure, dude, I don't know. Anyway, we have a separate phone now. I guess we can make a call, I think, or something like that. Ah, yeah. I need to refill the register. They're gonna rob the boxes. See if I can grab this token before they put it away. Ah! Yeah, let's try to use the phone. I think this is what you do. You just put it in here or something. Yeah, now they're going to talk to each other. They're dumbasses. Zerk Show. Was a Zerk Show called? dance. Give me that token. Wait, it's supposed to be dancing. Where'd the token go? It disappeared. Ouch. I guess ideally you would be able to count how many times you refilled it, assuming it's consistent and not random. But I guess if you keep using the same one, obviously it's gonna run out. Here, have a phone call again. Oh, didn't want to do that, okay. Down, down. Let's do a jukebox. Great. I think the music for the jukebox was really cool. Like a Commodore one. Had a really cool tone to it. Look that up. Look that up later if you're curious and you haven't heard it. But again, it could be just my bias of which one I had played. Okay, let's try to use the, I don't know, phone again. Down, down, down. This jerk stealing stuff. Oh, I didn't press down! God damn it, this controller. Again! I'm just holding right and making me drop. That time I was actually really focusing on not moving down. Alright. Sorry, one thing that's really hard to do in a real-time game is read a paragraph kind of chat message. Well, feel free to do it anyway, I just have to catch up later. Okay, talk on the phone. How about that? Talk on the phone. I want the popcorn, because that's fun. Okay, I'm gonna fill this thing up. Oh! Okay, that one's out. Alright, I'm gonna have to finish it up. I don't know. They're getting really aggressive. And... yeah, take that. Get back here with my coin, you jerk. Alright, let's wrap it up. I don't know how many bags I'm gonna get here. So it's one bag per excess token in that top box. Okay. Up, up, up. So I just need 2 or 3. It looks like 2. Finish the level. I think it's 2. I think I just put in a 3rd one to be sure. I'll probably steal one at the last second anyway. Alright. Level 2 complete. Do we get the popcorn machine now? The collision. Calder says, like, when Classic Gamer did a review of Armor Battle. Steal it from these jerks. If they're gonna steal from me, I'm gonna swipe it right back. Good thing. I got too many right now. Ah. Oh, they need to... oh, come on. I thought I could steal it like that. I knew he was gonna do the assist thing again, but... it didn't work out. They're really aggressive now. Wow. Okay, let's put it in the popcorn machine. Down, down. Down. You sense of frustration yet? Up, up. I think I'm dictating a cheat code. Up, up, down, down. Should just use a keyboard. usually pretty good at controlling a game with the keyboard. That's what I did with Realm of Impossibility when I streamed that maybe a month or two ago. Because emulator refused to support a D-pad. Woohoo! That thing's about to burst, isn't it? The piggy bank's gonna burst and I'm gonna lose. Ah, they crashed. Oh, they got one. Steal it? Can I steal it? Oh! Okay, it disappeared. Do I need a safe? Need a safe. This is gonna be dangerous. Better get in there, recommends too. Alright, yeah, I got this friggin' thing now. Can I go down? God damn it! Jeez. Holy crap. Wow. They're gonna destroy me. I don't see any hope at this point. So let's just keep going for it. Okay, does the cash register need a refill? No. It's due to the math. That's probably accurate. Let's get ready to put something in the popcorn right away. Come on, go, go, go. You know, I think this game's pretty fun. I dig it. It's wacky, it's challenging. It's got weird creatures called Zerks. I think that's what they're called. I have a jukebox. Down. Try to get a little greedy. Oh, they're gonna get one. Okay, they dropped it. Down, down! Let's get out of here. Get two at least. And reset the piggy bank. Whew. So I didn't want to get that money, but if you're wondering why I'm doing weird things, it's because I can't control myself for crap. What do you do with the money when you... Actually, I'm humming the jukebox theme from the Commodore one, which was really good. I definitely recommend checking that out. Stop it, stop it, stop it. I just use the keyboard now. I have to adjust control configure something. Okay, let's block this guy, yeah. Yeah. Block the pass. Try to get some money in one of these machines now. Come on, go, 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 down, down, down! Safe. Jukebox. How many do I need? I guess I need like 6. I think. That's out. Let's try to feed Jukebox again. Steal that one. 5 or 6 that I need. 5 would be awfully convenient right now. Just run for it. Out. Just go. Okay, I need one more. Okay. Go, go, go. Ah, come on! God damn it! Maybe not. Okay. Gotta steal from that token machine. Yeah. Get some popcorn going. Didn't want to push down there, but maybe do. Alright, we're about to beat the level. The kickback. They got a slot machine now. What does that do? It spits out coins, I guess, if you win. Yeah, I remember that now. Okay. Vaguely. I didn't want to put that in. God damn it. I was like, I'm not going to put $1 there. And then it made me do it. When I say it made me do it, it's just me being unable to control the game. But, I guess I'm doing that. I don't know. Go put it back. Put it back. Nope. Can't. Let's call on the telephone. How about that? Oh, gosh. Okay, this is going to be the last game for the evening because I'm going to lose my goddamn mind being unable to control the games. No! Alright, steal from that one. Nope. Let's just do a call quick. It's like an autopilot almost. Try to get maybe a couple more with the slot machine, just run for it maybe. Maybe that'll work. Alright. Oh cool. Yeah, wow, wow. Perfect. Woot. Add a Zerk show to your collection. That rings a bell. What is this? Oh, I can change which cartoon I want to see. See the squabble. I don't think we saw that one. Look at them little dorks. Escape to resume play. Alright. Where are you stealing from? Here, here, here. This time they give me a jukebox. Nothing else. That could be challenging. I did steal that one. Kicked it in. Steal it back. Steal it back. Yes. Steal it back. Took away my slot machine, those jerks. Down, 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 down. Build here. Down, down, come on. Did I do a jukebox? I don't know. Did I run out of money? I think I did, right? Of course I have to check because I can't remember. Yep. Ouch. Steal from the box. Down, down, down. Ouch. Keep running into each other, please. I wonder if I use the jukebox too much, will I simply not have enough tokens to do much? Quite possible. Come on, go down, down! Oh, I thought I was gonna steal that one. Ah, oh, now I'm not gonna get any bags if I finish it right now. Let's just keep going, I guess. Need to wrap up the stream anyway. Oh. Jukebox, come on. Oh, okay. Game over. Alright, that's fun. And I think that's it for the night. So thanks for watching. I'm probably not going to play any more Atari 8-bit until I get a joystick that doesn't suck. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please hit the like button if you liked this. So far, we've had more active chatters than likes, which means I feel like people are chatting but not enjoying themselves. But that's all I have for tonight. Next Saturday will be Saturday Night Vectrex in the Dark. And that's all for tonight. Thanks to Cauldron, Ryan, and etc. See you next time. Take care.